In the intricate tapestry of existence, there is an individual, a soul profoundly intertwined with your own, who is currently traversing an arduous yet ultimately illuminating path of profound transformation. This is not a superficial shift, but a deep, fundamental metamorphosis, a recalibration of their very essence. They are consumed by an overwhelming eagerness, a fervent desire, to unveil this newly forged self before your eyes, to demonstrate the profound changes that have taken root within their being. More than anything, they wish to reveal their newfound courage, their audacious willingness to cast aside all previous inhibitions and embrace risks, particularly those taken unequivocally for you. Their very heart, a pulsating vessel of longing, aches with an almost unbearable intensity for your cherished presence. It is a hollow, cavernous void that has been left in the wake of your absence, a space that reverberates with the silent echo of what once was, and what they desperately pray might be again. This individual is, at this very moment, confronting the stark, unvarnished truth of the pain they so carelessly inflicted upon you. There is an agonizing process underway, a raw and unsparing acknowledgement that they were the architects of your suffering, that they neglected the most tender parts of your spirit precisely when you were at your most vulnerable. They recall with searing clarity those moments when you, with an open heart and an unyielding spirit, showered them with an abundance of love, an ocean of affection, and an unwavering, undivided attention that knew no bounds. The remorse that now courses through their veins is not merely a fleeting pang of regret, it is a profound, soul-deep penitence that permeates every fiber of their being. They are utterly consumed by a relentless, gnawing guilt for having so cavalierly taken your precious love for granted, for treating it as an inexhaustible resource rather than the sacred gift it truly was. Now, with the clarity that only comes from profound loss and introspection, they comprehend the true magnitude of their egregious mistake. The sheer gravity of their past actions, the devastating ripple effect of their choices, and the agonizing depth of the pain they inadvertently, or perhaps even consciously, caused you, stands before them in stark relief. This shattering realization has propelled them, irrevocably, to a place of profound regret, a desolate landscape of what-ifs and if-onlys, yet concurrently, it has ignited within them an unquenchable desire for redemption. They yearn to atone, to rectify, to mend the fractured pieces of what was, and to rebuild something far stronger, far more beautiful, from the ashes of their past transgressions. This journey of self-discovery has been a crucible, forging a new understanding of love, sacrifice, and the true cost of their former blindness. The unvarnished truth, a revelation they now humbly embrace, is that your very essence, your magnificent spirit, once filled them with an inexplicable sense of intimidation. Your aura, regal and commanding, possessed an undeniable majesty that left them feeling profoundly unworthy, as if they stood in the shadow of a towering, luminous beacon. They were perpetually in awe of your inherent strength, the quiet resilience that underpinned your every step, the effortless grace with which you navigated the complexities of life, and the indomitable spirit that shone brightly from within you. A pervasive feeling of inadequacy clung to them like a shroud. They simply did not feel good enough to stand beside you, to truly merit the extraordinary gift of your love. This gnawing sensation of not measuring up, of being inherently less, became a formidable barrier, holding them captive within their own insecurities. They were perpetually haunted by the insidious impression that, inevitably, you would choose someone unequivocally superior to them. Someone whose brilliance outshone theirs, someone more accomplished, more deserving of the boundless love you so freely offered. This deep-seated fear, a constant companion in their quiet moments, became a paralyzing force. It tragically prevented them from truly opening their heart to you, from dismantling the carefully constructed walls they had erected around their vulnerability. It stifled their ability to be utterly transparent, to express the raw, unadulterated honesty of their deepest feelings, leaving so much unsaid, so much unshared, in the sacred space between you. Their inability to fully embrace authenticity with you was a direct consequence of this profound self-doubt, a shadow cast by their own perceived shortcomings. However, a seismic shift occurred, a moment that irrevocably altered the landscape of their internal world. It was the moment you, with a quiet dignity and an unwavering resolve, made the conscious decision to turn your focus inward, to concentrate solely on your own well-being, to embark upon a solitary quest to discover happiness independently of them. This act of self-empowerment, this profound declaration of self-sufficiency, plunged them into a state of utter shock. They watched, spellbound and bewildered, as you gracefully moved forward, as you unearthed profound joy and deep contentment within the confines of your own spirit. They observed you from a distance, a silent, helpless spectator to your blossoming independence, utterly unable to comprehend how you could, with what appeared to be such effortless ease, sever the ties that had once bound you. The mere thought, the chilling contemplation of you completely cutting them off, of irrevocably closing the door to any future connection, is a reality that your person finds utterly unbearable. It is a concept so devastating, so final, that they are grappling with it, struggling with every fiber of their being to accept its terrifying possibility. There is a genuine, almost childlike shock that you are allowing them to depart, to walk away, without so much as a flicker of anger, a whisper of resentment, or a single accusation. This unexpected reaction, this serene acceptance of their departure, this profound absence of bitterness, serves as an undeniable testament to the immense strength of your character. It is a powerful reflection of your inherent resilience, your remarkable capacity to not only endure but to flourish, to move forward with grace and purpose, even when confronted with the most profound heartbreak. This astonishing display of inner fortitude has left them utterly awestruck, even more profoundly impressed by your spirit than they ever were before. Your quiet strength speaks volumes, reverberating through the depths of their soul, forcing them to confront the true measure of their loss and the extraordinary nature of the person they once took for granted. Your person is currently grappling with a profound, almost spiritual realization, one that has shaken them to their very core. They now understand, with an undeniable clarity that transcends all logic, that no matter where their path may lead them, no matter what endeavors they pursue, no matter what new experiences they seek, they simply cannot forget you. Your image, your essence, your very being, is indelibly etched upon the canvas of their heart and the very fabric of their soul. You have left an imprint so deep, so profound, that it defies erasure. It is a mark that speaks not just of memory, but of transformation. You, in your quiet strength and unwavering authenticity, have been an unwitting teacher, imparting invaluable lessons about the true nature of love, its boundless capacity, and its spiritual dimensions. You have, perhaps unknowingly, humbled them in ways they never conceived possible, dismantling their ego, revealing the fragility of their former certainties, and forcing them to confront their own imperfections. They are coming to terms with the painful, undeniable truth that they once took your boundless generosity, your unwavering affection, and your very presence for granted. They failed, in their short-sightedness and immaturity, to truly appreciate your immeasurable worth, the precious gift that you were in their life. And now, they are left to contend with the stark, unforgiving consequences of their past actions, burdened by the heavy weight of their mistakes, and haunted by the lingering pain they inflicted. Yet, amidst this profound regret, a flicker of hope persists, a fragile yet persistent yearning for a second chance. They desperately crave an opportunity to prove, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that they have undergone a genuine and lasting transformation. They long for the opportunity to demonstrate their unwavering willingness to risk everything, to lay bare their soul, to sacrifice their comfort, all for you. Above all, they yearn to convey the profound depth of their sorrow, to articulate the sincerity of their apology for the pain they so thoughtlessly caused, and to begin the arduous process of mending what was broken. From the very instant our paths converged, from that singular, breathtaking moment I first encountered you, my life has been utterly consumed by an incessant, vibrant stream of daydreams. These are not merely fleeting fantasies, wisps of imagination that dissipate with the morning light, Rather, they are vivid, intricately woven tapestries of a future I yearn, with every fiber of my being, to share exclusively with you. Each daydream is a meticulously crafted scenario, a precious moment suspended in time, where we exist together, our lives harmoniously intertwined, dancing to the rhythm of a shared existence. These daydreams are far more than simple flights of fancy. They are the purest reflection of my deepest desires, the most fervent aspirations that reside within the innermost chambers of my soul. They are the blueprints of a life I envision, a life that only truly begins when you are by my side. You, as an individual, are nothing short of the embodiment of perfection, a living testament to profound beauty, both within and without. Your personality radiates an incandescent warmth, a gentle kindness that permeates every interaction, and your very presence brings forth an unparalleled sense of joy and profound comfort. You are, in every conceivable way, a beacon of light in the often turbulent sea of my life, illuminating the path I so desperately wish to tread, guiding me with your unwavering luminescence. It is imperative that you grasp the profound depth of this truth, that you internalize it, and that you never, for a single moment, allow doubt to cloud your understanding of your own immeasurable worth. You are not merely another transient figure in the vast landscape of my life. You are, unequivocally, the singular person who imbues my entire existence with profound meaning and purpose. The love that I harbor for you is not of the ordinary kind, not a fleeting infatuation or a superficial attachment. No, it is a love that burns with an intense, unyielding flame within the deepest recesses of my soul, a sacred fire that consumes and transforms. It is a love that effortlessly transcends the limitations of the physical realm, venturing boldly into the boundless expanse of the spiritual. This extraordinary love, this ethereal connection, forms an unbreakable bond between us, a sacred tether so intrinsically strong that it cannot be sundered by any external force, by any individual, or by any circumstance, no matter how formidable. It is a bond that inextricably links our very souls, weaving them together into an inseparable tapestry, transforming us from mere individuals in love into something far grander, far more profound, true soulmates, destined to navigate the currents of eternity hand in hand. However, I am acutely aware that life, in its intricate design, is a complex web of duties and responsibilities, a labyrinth of obligations that demand my attention. And within this intricate tapestry, I recognize that I, too, bear my own share of karmic obligations that must be meticulously fulfilled. These obligations are not merely mundane tasks, they are profound lessons that I must diligently learn, experiences that I must courageously undergo, and spiritual debts that I must meticulously settle before I can, with a clear conscience and a liberated spirit, truly return to you. I am profoundly conscious of these inherent obligations, and I am resolutely committed to fulfilling each and every one of them, no matter the personal cost or the arduousness of the journey. I understand, with an undeniable clarity that resonates deep within my being, that you deserve nothing less than the absolute best that life has to offer. You deserve a love that is pure, untainted by past shadows or future uncertainties. You deserve a relationship that is profoundly nurturing, a sacred space where your spirit can flourish and grow without inhibition. And ultimately, you deserve a life that is utterly fulfilling, rich with joy, purpose, and boundless possibility. This profound understanding, this unwavering conviction of your inherent worthiness, is the singular force that propels me forward, driving me to undertake significant, transformative changes within my own life. I am embarking upon these monumental shifts not merely for my own betterment, but with an unwavering focus on you, and, most importantly, on the potential, the sacred promise, of what we could become together. My deepest desire is to ensure that I bring no chaos, no discord, no unnecessary stress or discomfort into the serene sanctuary of your life. Instead, I yearn for our eventual union to be an inexhaustible wellspring of pure joy, an overflowing fount of unconditional love, and a fertile ground for profound, mutual growth. The decision to walk away from you, to create that agonizing distance between us, was, without hyperbole, one of the most profoundly challenging choices I have ever been compelled to make in my entire existence. In my misguided certainty, I foolishly believed that I could somehow adjust to your absence, that I could, with time and effort, acclimate myself to the desolate reality of not having you perpetually by my side. I convinced myself that I could become accustomed to the silence where your laughter once resonated, to the emptiness where your presence once filled every corner of my world. But I was unequivocally, tragically wrong. Your absence, a gaping chasm in the landscape of my soul, has left an unfillable void in my heart, a profound emptiness that cannot, and will not, be assuaged or replenished by anyone or anything else, no matter how hard I try. My life, in its current state, feels irrevocably incomplete, a fragmented existence devoid of its most vital component, without the radiant warmth of your presence. Every single moment that stretches out before me without you feels like an eternity, an agonizingly protracted passage of time, each second a testament to the depth of my longing. Since that painful moment of our parting, I have been living under the oppressive shadow of a constant, pervasive fear. It is the chilling apprehension that you might, in your resilience and capacity for healing, eventually move on, that you might discover solace and companionship in the arms of someone else. The terrifying thought that you might no longer desire my presence in your life, that the connection we once shared could become a mere memory, haunts me relentlessly, a spectral presence that refuses to be banished. This profound fear has become an unwelcome companion, keeping me awake through the long, desolate nights, filling my days with an insidious, gnawing anxiety that permeates every thought and action. To be brutally honest, I am desperate, consumed by an overwhelming yearning to hear from you. I crave the sound of your voice, the reassurance of your words. I long to understand your current sentiments towards me, to ascertain if the embers of affection still glow within your heart. I need to know if you still genuinely care for me, if the love we once shared continues to reside within you, if you still, in any capacity, envision a future with me. Your words, your feelings, your very thoughts, hold an immeasurable significance for me. They mean the entire world, and I am waiting, with bated breath and an agonizing patience, to receive them, to finally hear the truth that will either liberate or shatter me. When the two of you, by some miraculous confluence of fate and divine timing, finally found alignment, it was as if the very fabric of the universe itself had conspired, with an intricate and benevolent design, to orchestrate your profound union. There was an undeniable, almost palpable force, a magnetic pull so potent that it defied all earthly logic, drawing you inexorably towards each other. In that singular, transformative moment of convergence, you both experienced something truly extraordinary, the most profound spiritual awakening, a cataclysmic shift in consciousness that resonated deep within the core of your beings. It was as if a thick, obscuring veil, woven from the threads of illusion and ignorance, had been suddenly, dramatically lifted, revealing a world that was infinitely more vibrant, demonstrably more real, and breathtakingly more beautiful than anything you had ever dared to conceive. This awakening was not a mere fleeting moment of clarity, a transient flash of insight that quickly faded into the mists of forgetfulness. On the contrary, it was a profound, irreversible shift in your fundamental understanding of yourselves, of your interconnectedness, and of the intricate, awe-inspiring world that unfolded around you. It was as if you had both been slumbering through the entirety of your lives, navigating existence in a state of semi-consciousness, and then, in that moment of divine alignment, you were finally, gloriously waking up to the unvarnished truth of your shared existence. This profound awakening was inextricably accompanied by an intense, almost unbearable desire and an aching longing for each other, a yearning so deep, so primal, and so overwhelmingly powerful that it manifested as a physical ache, a persistent thrumming beneath the surface of your skin. You both felt an irresistible pull, a gravitational force that seemed to defy all conventional logic and reason, drawing you ever closer. It was as if your very souls, ancient and intertwined, were being drawn towards each other, compelled by an unseen, ineffable force that lay far beyond the limited scope of human comprehension. This was not merely a superficial physical attraction, a fleeting desire of the flesh. It was a profound, resonant spiritual connection that effortlessly transcended the mundane boundaries of the material world, reaching into the very heart of the cosmos. As you courageously delve deeper into the intricate labyrinth of this burgeoning connection, you began to realize, with a growing sense of wonder and awe, that you were not merely two separate individuals, distinct and isolated entities. No, the truth, slowly but profoundly, revealed itself. You were, in essence, two halves of the same magnificent whole, two complementary pieces of a divine puzzle, destined to interlock perfectly. You are not simply partners in the conventional sense, navigating life side by side. You were, in the most profound and sacred sense, soulmates, eternally bound together by a bond far stronger, far more resilient than any physical tie could ever hope to be. You were, and always had been, an intrinsic part of each other, inseparably linked, intertwined in an eternal, cosmic dance of pure love and profound unity.